This is a demonstration of Wirecast. 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 This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Away possession. It's just that up front they are not doing much, but they have been very organized at the back, and that is why we are struggling. We are playing Inaki Williams up front, but until 30th minute, how many balls has he received, or how many balls has gone to Inaki Williams? He's just running up and down. It seems our midfielders are not doing the right thing.
A lot is expected from the Black Stars, especially in this game as they wrap up their September month of friendlies, and also to give the head coach Otto Addo a clear insight into the strengths and weaknesses of the team. Matthias Belli, one of the strong components of the rise of Nicaraguan football. Sher brings the ball all the way back and looks for support. Seidu would have to go through the middle. Salisu pushes forward. And again, just to agree and cap with what Coach Obeng Sefa rightly said, is finding it very difficult. The organization by the Nicaraguans is inch perfect. Corner kick advantage, it should be to Black Stars, while coming off
the
shin of Oscar Aviedo Arana. And that's Antonio, the head coach, looking on closely. And as we said earlier on, there's been a steady rise in Nicaraguan football. And let not us be carried away by the fact that they are a couple of places below Ghana in the FIFA ranking. Of course, Ghana is ranked 60th. But Nicaragua has seen a steady rise.
Of course, if you look at the game that they are playing with the Blasters, clearly she tells you that they've studied our team and they know how we play our football. That is why they are marking our players, and the organization at their back has been fantastic.
Yeah.
When they move to the right, you see, watch how they are going to defend this corner kick and how Ghana is going to take the corner kick. It tells you how organized they are at the back. In as much as they are not strong up front, they are preventing us in getting into their box. Whereby I think that Inaki Williams is taking them on a run. And let's see what happens from the corner kick where Ishaku Fatau takes it.
Ishaku with a corner kick is long, is deep, got down nicely, but then the control was not the best.
Of Wirecast.
So it was picked up nicely by Espinoza, the goalkeeper. Spin around for a while, Espinoza. Nicaragua slowly building up such a strong team. They've got players who've had international exposure with other countries. Most of them from Costa Rica, and now plying their trade for the Nicaraguan national team.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Again, Gideon Mensah, he's getting a lot of opportunities down that left flank. Through the middle now, Kofi Tre. Back passes seem to be quite a lot. I'm not too sure whether it is because of the Nicaraguan style of defending. Now here comes Gideon with that solid cross, ball controlled, nicely spot down, but opportunity for the shot is not there.
Wirecast.
Picked up nicely by Stephen Smith, but then he gives the ball away. Good ball control by Kudus. Through the middle now, can we get a decent cross in? It'll be checked by Bukari. Then the cross comes. And the shot is on target. No, it isn't. Complete miscue there. Tre in the thick of a first. Yeshisahaku puts it on his favorite left foot. And that's the first goal for Ghana. Solid goal there. Sweet build-up by the Black Stars. Otto Addo is the first to react. But again, we saw a couple of back passes which kind of slows down the tempo and also gives the opportunity to the opponent to read the game. But on this occasion, Ishaku found himself in the right place at the right time, put the ball on his favorite left foot, and it was done and dusted.
That is the trademark of Ishaku Fatau.
Okay.
Anytime he cuts in, I did indicate it when we were discussing before the game that this is how he plays it. Anytime he cuts in, he's got power and precision, and I think that he had it right. There was a deflection. The defender wanted to block with his head, and unfortunately for him, he just have to head the ball into his own net. And I think that credit go to Ishaku Fatau for that brilliant strike. And for me, I think that we were in the haste in the box. Kofi Tre was struggling to shoot, and he was fumbling, and of course, Inaki Williams was also trying as much as possible. Now that we've been able to put that one ball at the back of the net, we should come down and play our normal game, and we should be able to draw them out of their shells, whereby they are having their defensive organization. We should be able to pull them out, and then we can get more goals in this game.
10 minutes to half time. Ghana lead by 1-0.
This is a demonstration
Courtesy.
of Wirecast.
Left-footed shot from Abdul Fatau Ishahaku. 1,000 capacity stadium. covering up nicely their tracks, throwing advantage to Nicaragua. Most experienced player in their side is the chap in the number 11 jersey, Juan Ramon Barrera. Goes down and is picked up nicely by the Black Stars as they come forward now. Too strong for Osman Bukhari to get to. Find solace in goalkeeper Espinoza. Game construction, very, very important in the build-up for the Black Stars. One of the few areas Otto Addo is looking at. A long ball situation this time around.
This is
fails
a
to deliver any
demonstration of
result.
Wirecast.
So technical advice coming in. The game should be slowed down. They should now get into their groove. After the early scare, Nicaragua throw one right back at Ghana. Barrera. Ball has been taken away from Moreno. And then carefully, distance clearance from Baba Idrisu. Sure does well to hold on to his own.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Now it's an opportunity for Isahaku, Kudus and Co to come forward. Again, I like the intent of Seydou Alidu. Anytime the team comes forward, he's almost there in the back to support. Barrera goes down. 73 caps he's had for Nicaragua. And also their leading goal scorer at that.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
So again, questions will be asked about how quickly can we take advantage of the lapses in the enemy territory, close in on them and increase the goal tally. Very good exercise it has been for Ghana at this stage, leading by 1-0. Abdul Fattah Isahaku registering the first goal of the game. Pushed from behind, referee saw that. Baba Idrisu will be penalized.
This is a
Barrera asking
demonstration
for
of
the yellow card.
Wirecast.
We wanted to score, we got the goal, and now we are now trying to stay back. We need to open up. Let's play into the spaces because they have more men behind the ball. And let's make good use of the runs of.
Score line is in Ghana's favor. One will be tempted to believe that all seem to be sitting well with the Black Stars, but they come forward once again, and especially that young chap Kudus. Now we've got players committed in the 18-yard box, but this goes straight to the goalkeeper. Isahaku was free down the right, waiting for it.
I want to see the Black Stars creating enough chances. As we are talking about, I expect Black Stars to create chances. In as much as they are defending very well, they are covering very well. We should be able to create chances because we are going to play against top-notch countries that have quality defenders, that have quality organization at the back. You look at the strength of the Nicaraguans, of course, they are giving Ghana the respect. That is the reason why they are not coming up much. But the way they are playing, they can be dangerous when they can get us on a counter. They can punish us on any way.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Mattis, long searching ball. Doesn't go nowhere. It's now the turn of Moreno to come forward. The Nicaraguans are looking good. This is Stephen Smith. Good turn, good ball control. It ends up a free kick advantage for Nicaragua. Isahaku, an integral part of the Black Stars, one of the younger generation of players.
Of Wirecast.
Cross goes deep, but Richard Ofori will have a feel of the ball after a couple of minutes. 5 minutes to half time. It's Ghana 1, Nicaragua 0. And again, Coach, let's take a look at the build-up from the back. A bit slow.
It's very slow because you are playing a team that is staying behind and your build-up is so slow. I love the way Amate is searching for it. This is what I want to see from the team. Let's use this pocket of spaces whereby we have players who are ready to score. And of course, Kudus shouldn't be selfish at that point.
Yeah.
The first dummy, the second dummy, Inaki Williams was free.
Yeah.
That is what I always have problem with Kudus. Anytime he gets the ball, he needs to be a little bit mindful by releasing the ball on time. And
Okay,
I'm sure,
we take the look at the replay
look,
again.
there was a player out there that he could easily give, he wanted to go in
Sure.
again. And for me, I think that is very bad on the side of him.
He overdid it on this occasion.
Of course.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
But again, you also made a fact about you made a point about the fact that we need to create the chances. It's just the first 45 anyway.
Of course, by the way we are playing, we cannot create chances because when they are building from the back, they leave a lot of spaces out there. But the moment we gain possession from them, we should be able to move quick into the third half and create those spaces.
Okay.
15 minutes, I've not seen Inaki Williams getting the ball anytime he moves into space. But he's our target man. Yes, we can use him as a decoy, but at the end of the day, he's just running into spaces without getting the balls, the suppliers from the midfield. And I think that Otoado should notice that.
Careful build up now by Nicaragua. Come through the left where Novka. That's a strong tackle there. Referee saw that. Seydou Alidu will go into the referee's books. Quite a strong challenge, came in thick and fast.
Of course, Smith has been their brightest player up front. Anytime he gets the ball, he has the confidence to go. You've seen him about 2 or 3 occasions whereby he has committed our defense. So, of course, probably he has given Alidu a lot of a threat on the line. So probably he has to come in. And I think that it was a bad tackle from Alidu. I mean, he deserves the yellow card.
The yellow card. Player seems to be in some amount of pain. Smith trying to get on his feet. Let's hope he's better. Confirmation of the yellow card. So we're still going on. We have 2 minutes to bring the half to an end. Thank you very much for joining us. And Ghana is leading by 1-0. It's been a first half of ups and downs, really, for the Black Stars. Nicaragua really came to the test, came to the party. Ishahaku's goal separates the two sides. And Otoado has been on his feet since the match began. Free kick advantage to Nicaragua. Careful build up now. Martinez brings the ball to the near side, finds Oscar. Oscar sends it back and now dealt with by Marvin Novga. Strong tackle there in the middle, but the Ghanaians will still stay in contention. Good dummy, but again, we need to keep on pressing to ensure that they commit a couple of those mistakes closer to their territory where the Ghanaians can take advantage. That is now the captain Barrera. Long ball into enemy territory. Seydou misses that.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Good turn. Again, creating that opportunity in that room, but this time the defense of the Ghanaians score full marks, booting the ball away out of danger zone. And again, the attack consciousness I beg your pardon, of Kudus, a bit positive. And the only thing is that he overran it the last time he had the opportunity. 45 minutes are up. We've got 1 minute of time added on.
Of Wirecast.
Fairly a good exercise for the Black Stars, and I'm sure at halftime, coaches Sifa and Lai Kingston would have quite a few things to talk about, particularly the slow build-up of the Black Stars, and of course not pinning the opponent in their area as much as we would have wished they'd done, or they did. Goes over the line, player goes down. I'm sure he wasn't impeded, but just that may have run out of steam or gas on that occasion, but went down quite heavily. He will still receive the advantage, but Shrek comes forward for Ghana. Gideon on the far side. It's been defended well, but eventually, and again, the technique, he got it wrong.
Oh, like a Desica attitude. When you are in the box, you scored a brilliant goal from the same spot, and this time you were alone. I mean, there wasn't any player in front of you for you to even to damage. He could have even controlled before even shooting, but at the end of the decision making on the part of Ishaku Fatah was right.
Of Wirecast.
And this was the earlier incident, a stretched leg of. No, picked up that injury whilst he went through. That was a belly. So it's halftime. It's 1-0 advantage Ghana. It's a game that Ghana would want to win. Ghana would want to claw back some pride. Inaki Williams has not been on target as yet, but the goal was scored by Abdul Fattah Ishahaku. Good enough for the Black Stars. There will be a lot of talk during the halftime break, and of course, we'd want to see an improved performance from the Stars when they come out in the second half. There are a couple of opportunities for other players to also join their colleagues on the field of play. All will depend on the tactics employed by Coach Otto Addo. At halftime, it's Nicaragua 0, Ghana 1.
Everybody knows Acrobato. And if you know Acrobato, it means you know Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic. As an international journalist and actor, my health is my priority. Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic is my pillar in terms of my health. Let's hear what others are saying about Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic. Sister, please, you, let him talk to you. Who will be careful Endpoint one?
Chesenami ankasa me period no say problems wom ntina ma wo ho idea ma me papa chesena nya asem ketewa na mkwan point no mo hwe me mogya mu no mo hwe bibia na so mo medu a me fae no ene ma won kra me yenu kofo kwa na mkwan mu a eba tie ne je dia ba fie pa.
You heard everything yourself.
Me ma me no adwodwo eda ho a wontumi nante and then call Endpoint omama nu nura and then why dia wetimi asori anante.
That's Endpoint for you.
Of Acrobato.
Hello.
Hey, Oshisho what chair?
Okay.
A free bra with the Endpoint what dance. I'm a choir no. Me just say my name koye and person my name nyina and na magina sabema. Na me be fear for there. The hard nyina jaresa.
You heard everything. I have secret. Endpoint is my secret. Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic.
This is
I'm
a
free.
demonstration of Wirecast.
Premium Ghana cocoa beans, selected with great patience, roasted in time, grinded into a fine rich cocoa powder, tempered with a perfect amount of milk for a rich and creamy taste, filled with abundant goodness of the satisfying taste of cocoa, enriched with a burst of B vitamins, iron and zinc. Niche chocolate drink, taste of Ghana. This advert is FDA approved.
I'm going to interview Zuzum right here in my house. Hey!
Look up there. Why are you using inferior pen?
It was a mistake. I no check.
Acrobato, I'm going to knock you out.
I know, sir.
You deserve quality.
Don't make mistakes. Stop!
You did the right thing.
When you are going to buy a paint, don't look left, don't look right. Go straight and grab the luxury acrylic paint. No be any painting be painted.
The luxury acrylic paint.
Paint champion.
Abushafo, sorry for the interruption, but due to the acidic content of the atmospheric weather condition in the economy, I have decided wa obesumami bia metal afemuntien kabo editui na monshanenso for wache metal 1 Ghana cedi for jollof rice, 1 cedi, 20 pesos for gobe, 80 pesos for kenke tamai and your cow 1 cedi, 50 pesos.
You know what? Just get me water.
For sachet water, 30 pesos. For bottled water, 50 pesos. Oh, Moka has a Vodafone cash. I'm the free. And for free. Metal.
Transfer charges. Entie bida. Switch to Vodafone Cash today and enjoy 0 charges whenever you send money to all networks. Yes, sending money is free on Vodafone Cash. Only e-levy applies. Dial *110# to send money today. Vodafone.
Madam High Sense in you. Yeka High Sense ya. Mwamu nimse eye home appliances a. Efe. Eye papa. Entry power. Ne buona so dafo. High Sense a ubeto abrochil. Sa quality na ubeto ni Ghana. And nunti na yenya hoto so ya mau. 5 years manufacture defect warranty. Say a refrigerator. Chest freezer. Air condition. Television. Sound system, water dispenser, microwave oven, blender, gas cooker, electric cooker, washing machine, smartphone, rice cooker, kettle, and iron. Yahu sense you talk. Nanso for my day. Ain't ya one dear? Yes, in a palm bia. Ain't it for a high sense showroom? Konako Judy. High sense. Everyday prices for everyday people.
We all go paint some Savannah Bento. Savannah. We all go paint some Savannah Bento. It's so special. Savannah Bento. Assurance. Savannah Bento. Value is Savannah Bento. Is available. Savannah Bento. And nice and natural. Savannah Bento. Affordable. Savannah Bento. Go paint some Savannah Bento. Savannah Sokoto Savannah paint. Now do paint to that one. In so more we more sanity. We go paint some Savannah Bento. Savannah we go paint some Savannah Bento. We go paint some Savannah Bento.
Savannah Paint from Azar Group. Since 1921, we all go paint some.
In Spain, where the Black Stars are currently leading Nicaragua by a goal to 0. Goal scored by Abdul Fattah Ishahaku. A very beautiful strike there from the winger, and ensuring that the Black Stars went into halftime with the lead there. I do have Lai and, of course, Coach Sifa here.
Demonstration of Wirecast.
The first half was quite an interesting first half, but I must apologize to all of you for the technical hitch we had for the first 20 minutes of the game. It's not from us, it's from source, but our technicians have worked hard and brought it to you, at least the second part of the first half, and so we are all grateful to the technical team. But Lai, your quick thoughts on the first half.
My thought will be what I expect the Black Stars to do. They did it in the first half.
This is a demonstration of
I said it earlier on
Wirecast.
that we need to take the game to them. We should have more of a play around the final third, which is attacking phase 4, 3, and then 2, which I think they've done it very, very well. Especially Salisu, Amate, you can see them carrying the ball to the phase 2 and then trying to find deep pass to the front attackers or the offensive midfielders, which for me I think it's solid on their half. One thing they should do is more of creating triangles on the wide areas.
This is a demonstration
the wide
of
areas
Wirecast.
in the final third, because they are playing against a team that is sitting very deep and trying to frustrate them. Put the ball in the wide areas, create triangle on the sides, and then make runs in behind the opponent. That's the only way we can break them easily. But for me, first half has been okay. Nice goal from Fatal, but he should have put the last chance he had. He should have put in the danger zone for someone to finish. I can see Chire was complaining that he's right in front in the danger zone.
Demonstration of Wirecast.
Play him, and then you have a finish at goal. He tried to score himself, but apart from that, I think we've handled the pressure very well. But it could have been better.
Right, the first goal scored by Abdul Fattah Ishahaku, typical of him, and burying the ball. But that, Coach Sefa, that was really the only way we're going to break down this Nicaragua defense, who were compact, who were tight at the back, didn't leave any spaces. But maybe, I realized that at a point, Lai was saying we are not attacking them enough. We are not forcing them to make mistakes at the back. And this maybe was the only opportunity for us to score.
What we were failing to do was to keep passing around the box, try to draw them out of their area, and then we get enough spaces. That was one of the spaces that Ishaku had, and then he shot at goal. I think that they are not putting pressure on our two centre backs. That is Moreno, the chap with the adjacent number 9. So you could clearly see that Salisu and then Amate are free. That is the more reason why they can even run with the ball out front, support them. The only player that is giving us a lot of headache is the adjacent number 7 called Smith, who is operating where Ali Dusedu is operating. And I think that we have a lot of advantage, especially in midfield. Anytime Amate surge forward, you could clearly see that he leaves Salisu out there. So probably we have about almost 4 players in midfield. That is Kofi Chire, that of Salisu, and of course Kudus. So that is where I expect them to be doing that interpositional changes in the level of passing. Because for 15 minutes, Inaki Williams has been running, taking defenders, creating space, but no one is moving to that space without the ball. And I think that anytime he runs and creates space, there should be somebody in that space whereby Kudus can even release the ball, or Kofi Chire can release the ball. That is the main reason why we are not being able to, because we've not threatened their goalkeeper. After this particular instance that Ishaku Fatau had that ball and he shot and it was deflected into the net. I believe that we need to commit them. We need to do a lot of passing within their areas, and they will be able to come out. We have players that can. They have got power. Ishaku has got power. Kudus has got power. Kofi Chire has got power, and of course, Osman Bukari from the other side can also use the same bend with a lot of spin on the ball. We should be able to commit the goalkeeper, because Inaki Williams is one player who wants the ball into spaces, and he's running, and the balls are not coming to spaces. We try to use the flanks. You could clearly see that the Ishaku Fatau have seen more of the balls, and of course, Osman Bukari, but they've not been useful because at the end of the day, 1v1, we lack that kind of skill to just take them on, and also in midfield. But I believe that Otoado should be able to let them know that, look, when you are passing within their area, within the arc, you should have an advantage by opening them, and we should be able to shoot and follow, because our 2 centre backs are free. For them, there's no pressure on them. It's only one ball that we saw going to Richard Ofori. And for me, if it was even a loose ball, where he handled it. And that was where we were talking about the way they were building up. It was very slow. About 4 touches within that area. It should be quick enough, probably, to make sure that you break them. Anytime they try to build attack, you can clearly see that they try to come within our third half. So we get possession, let's play behind them, give the ball to Kudus. And that is where Inaki Williams take those spaces. But we are not using those spaces very well. And I think that Otoado and his technical team should be able to look at that. And if you're able to do it right, we are going to get more goals. Because I don't see why we should be playing in Nicaragua and we are not creating the kind of chances that we want to create. No, because they are sitting back and they are passing from the back. And they are passing from the back. Ishaku Fatau is pressing, Osman is pressing. But in midfield, we are not pressing. So that's the reason why they also have 2 players in midfield, pivot players. They pass and then they have been going around Kofi Chire, and of course Salisu. That's more often Salisu gets ball and more he always want to take the ball back. Where I don't like taking the ball back, because the moment you lose focus and lose concentration and they pounce on it, they can punish us on the counter with Smith and of course Moreno, the chap with the number 9 shirt. But I believe that in the second half, Otoado should be able to map up something that will be able to break their back, so we can make good use of Inaki Williams' runs.
All right, but Larry, we do have Andrea Yu and Jordan still on the bench who could come in the second half and make the changes. But the fact that we are actually failing to create opportunities in the first half should be a concern for. All right, but yeah. So with the fact that we are failing to create opportunities, it should be a problem for Otoado.
I think it's okay for now. I think. First 15 minutes, he should still stick to the players that he have now. One thing that I like about the team today is when they are going forward, you can see numbers in the opponent box. Unlike against Brazil, that Iñaki Williams will take players on with balls in, no one on in the 18-yard box. But this moment, you can see when we are going forward, you see players, numbers in the box, trying to pick spots that they believe when the ball gets the danger zone that they can punish the opponent. So for me, I think it's okay to keep the same set of players, and what they have to do is to have a counter-pressing mentality, because the Nicaraguans are sitting, they're trying to wait for us to take us on the counter-attack. If you cannot have your counter-pressure is not solid, it's easy for opponents to counter-attack you. Where our counter-pressure should be very, very solid.
How do they do it?
By having your attacking balance very solid. If you have very solid attacking balance, let's say you have your front 3 in the box, you have the 2 offensive midfielders supporting the front 3 in the opponent box. You push 1 fullback in, and then 1 fullback in, and the 2 centre-backs in front. So the 2 fullbacks will tack in a little bit, and then they form the attacking balance. So anytime the opponent gets the ball and they try to play out, the ball comes out from the left or right. You have the left fullback trying to bite and win the ball as soon as possible. You have the right fullback trying to. So we need to create attacking balance, and then threaten them in their final.
Right, but Coach Sefa, the Osman Bukari hasn't really been seen, and here is the Nicaragua team making a couple of changes for the second half of the game. But
well, it's just one player up front that is pushing our defensemen. I expect Otuado to push to the 3-back so that we can have more players in midfield. That's like he was talking about. We have more players up front. Gideon Mensah's area has not been threatened in any way. So I believe that Gideon can push, Osman can also drop in, so that in midfield it can be 2-2, and then of course the 3. So I think that we can have 3 players at the back. You talk of Daniel Amati, Mohamed Salisu, and then Ali Duseidu.
Yeah.
Of course, then of course Gideon can move up front, so that we can have the 3 back, the 3-5-2, so that probably Kudus can get closer to Inaki Williams, whereby Osman Bukari should be able to come where Kudus has been operating, and I think that we should be able to break them and score more goals.
Right, and so the players are getting ready to kick off in the second half of the game. Inaki Williams behind the ball has sent one to Mo Kudus. The Black Stars start with a lot of possession in their half. Ball goes to Amate and to Tre, who has been very influential in the Black Stars so far, Mohamed Salisu. And so I'm handing over to Prince Annan, your commentator for the day.
Second half underway. First half ended 1 goal to the good for the senior national team, the Black Stars. And as you listened to the pundits, giving us clear indication of what the Stars should do, Tre in the thick of affairs. On this occasion, it's a strong, swift tackle there going down in the process. And so we'd like to see a lot more forward thrust from the Black Stars. Now here we go. They start the occasion quite well. Good footwork there.
This is
and
a
the ball is swung
demonstration
to the
of
near side where
Wirecast.
Gideon Mensah can cause some havoc. He's quick on his feet as well. Tre comes in to help. Good movement by the Stars. How do they get the ball into the enemy territory where the likes of Inaki Williams is waiting? It's a long lob into the 18-yard box. There's a run for the ball. Only prevented from crossing the line, a bit too strong. Good defending by Nicaragua at this stage.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
And a very good opportunity at that to make inroads into enemy territory. The first half ended without the Nicaraguans getting a single corner kick and a single shot on target. They had most of the free kicks though. Ghana had a total of 7 corner kicks in the first half. That's the 8th over the top.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Good opportunity coming the way of Ghana. Mohamed Salisu rose to the occasion. But just couldn't get his header on target. And again, that is how deep we need to push.
Of course, I mean, we have strong men at the back. So the time we get a corner kick, how we take effect of it is also important. And I think that was very good of Salisu, trying to get the ball at the back of the net.
Good incursion by Ghana, but ball has been taken away from Tre, and it's now Nicaragua on the offensive.
This is a demonstration
Ghana's defense has
of
held
Wirecast.
its head high quite well. Daniel Amate, especially Mohamed Salisu, also coming in there to give some support. And then the flank work by Gideon Mensah and Seidu has also been on point, at least up to now. But there's a lot more that can be done. Again, it's a slow and steady build-up by Ghana, but Kudus takes off. Gideon will allow the ball to roll over the line. The advantage will still stay with Ghana.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Again, the build-up, as we spoke about, a bit too slow, as they would want to go all the way back and then come forward again. Now here's Amate. Salisu comes forward, he's looking for that long pass, but Espinoza came out quite fast. Espinoza formerly represented Costa Rica. And so he comes in with a lot of
This is a demonstration of
experience and
Wirecast.
energy. The first touch of the ball for Ghana's goalkeeper, Richard Bufori. So for Daniel Amate and Salisu, They've not been put under any real threat or pressure. Here's Chere. Good turn. Fighting a few blue shirts with him, gains the advantage of a throw-in.
We should learn how to release the balls early, because at the end of the day, it seems they are underrating the Nicaraguans, because you could clearly see that Kofi Chere on 2 or 3 occasions has handled the ball, whereby you have about 2 or 3 players around him for him to release the ball early. And I think that we are having more of the balls, but we are not making good use of them.
That's a tackle from behind and a very strong one. Chere went down. Looks like he took a bump to the side. Up on his feet and good to go. Clearly that went into the midsection of Chere.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Free kick it will be for Ghana. It's been a careful and a steady approach by Gideon Mensah in this game so far. I've not seen the telling and the enterprising crosses from him come through, not just yet. Chere behind the ball for the free kick. Inaki raises his hand up, ready to receive. Shahaku also waits for it on the far side, but again would have to go all the way back.
This
through
is a demonstration
Salisu to
of
build up the
Wirecast.
attack. Some good play now by Ghana. Oh, and the player goes down in the process. And again, these are the areas where a lot of people will be looking out for. The threat from defense into attack by Ghana. Sometimes looks quite flat in the process. Gideon plays the 1-2 with Chere, gets himself out of trouble, fighting Salisu.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Want to get involved with the game. Good footwork there shown by Shahaku, the goal scorer. And again, the intent by the likes of Baba to join the attack as they go forward looks good. Now here's Chere. Spreading play to the far side, that's good enough. Cutting through nicely. Can he deliver the shot? Goalkeeper went down nicely. Espinoza. Corner kick advantage to Ghana. And again, the threat coming in from the far side. Quite impressive from the likes of Said Walidu. And again, you see him cutting through there, looking to create and take advantage of the space. Did well on that occasion, but Espinoza went down real good. It's a corner kick advantage to Ghana. But a few Nicaraguans in here as well. Amate went up for that, and
this is a demonstration of
eventually the overhead
Wirecast.
scissors kick from Mohamed Salisu did not yield the desired result. But again, good enough strategy using the physique and the height anytime the set pieces come up for the Black Stars.
Well, I think this is a well-rehearsed corner kick. So I was expecting Amati to knock the ball to where the penalty spot is, and probably where an all-Russian offensive player will be there to finish off. But unfortunately for him, he didn't get the ball right. That is the reason why Salisu also missed the way he was able to do the bicycle kick.
It's an opportunity for Nicaragua to come forward. At least the first 45 minutes of the game gave us clear indication of the strengths and weaknesses, especially of the Nicaraguan team. This time around, they get in the cross, whipped in nicely. It's headed over the top. It's a corner kick advantage, and this will be the first corner kick of the game to Nicaragua. 52 minutes gone.
This is
So
a
again,
demonstration of Wirecast.
not too sure whether it's the forcefulness of the approach from the defenders and the midfielders that have kept the Nicaraguans at bay. But this time around, they manage a first corner kick. Whipped him nicely. And again, Richard Ofori went down for that. One of the strengths of Richard, obviously, is his ability to command the area around
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
For you, but he has not been tested much.
Sure.
In as much that the partnership between Salisu and of course Amate has worked well. Though they are not putting pressure on them, I think that they are surging forward supporting the midfield. They're also trying to run with the ball in, like how Amate has been doing. Has been very good. And I think that Kufichre and then Kudu should be able to release the ball on time. And then this is some of the
Good
things
pass from Tre. Oh, this could be goal number 2.
And that is an offside.
That's offside.
But I think it's good on the part of Inaki Williams, because we expect him to run very well. And that is the type of runs that he's been doing. So I expect him to get more balls. And probably you could clearly see
good delivery from Tre at this stage. It's a long ball. Flag went up real late. So again, good enough in terms of the ability to create the chances. There's a lot of talk around it. Finding their movement on the field quite easy.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
To goalkeeper Richard Ofori. Strong play that they give the ball away. The Nicaraguans are coming forward. A tackle from behind. Baba Idrisu, the culprit.
I spoke about Baba Idrisu sending the ball back, which I think anytime he loses focus and concentration, Ghana can be punished. And the way it's easy sending the ball away, and I think that his decision to take the ball into his own box was just a bad decision, and found the player just at the edge of the arc is dangerous. Let's see how they'll be able to take this figure. And let's see how Ofori also organizes his defense for the war.
Sure, it's the first test for Ghana in the second half. Yellow card has been awarded to Baba Idrisu for that challenge on the captain Juan Ramon Barrera.
This is a demonstration
Time
of
to defend now for the
Wirecast.
Black Stars. Inaki comes back to help. The Ghanaian fans behind Richard Ofori, the goalkeeper. This should be a sweet bend of the ball.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Free kick to Nicaragua. No problems at all as the Ghanaian defense deal with that nicely. Advantage will still stay with Nicaragua. And the depth with which they approach the free kick. It's about the 8th free kick for Nicaragua so far. Corner kick quickly affected a few of the Black Star players warming up on the side. The referee would want the kick to be retaken. Nicaragua made 2 changes just before the commencement of the second half. Ghana is yet to make a change. Swung in nicely. But the opportunity goes for Nicaragua. Again, a free header there. Moreno could have directed it much better. But that leaves Ghana with no option than to restart the attack. That was the corner kick, nicely swung in there. He rose to the occasion, all right, but missed the opportunity. So Ghana will come forward again. The Black Stars, slowly but surely. Threat begins from behind. Salisu with a long kick in. Only to a blue shirt.
This is a
And they fight very
demonstration
hard
of
to regain
Wirecast.
possession. Here's Gideon. Gideon takes a trip. And the flag is already up. He gets the advantage. Just took a clip of the opponent's feet. Free kick. Otto Addo still on his feet. Issued out instructions as the game progresses. But again, another opportunity for Ghana
This is a demonstration of
to claw back
Wirecast.
some pride. We're playing against Nicaragua. Not your ideal top team, but quite an improved side, and they're giving Ghana lots of problems. Swung to the far side. Said Walidu would have to do nothing but to allow the ball to roll over the line. The advantage would go to him. Now through the middle come Ghana, Mohamed Salisu.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
And again, the identification of players in open spaces. They said they're on that too strong for Kudus. This ball is gifted to him though. How can he go around the pack of blue shirts? Some nice footwork there from Kudus, but on this occasion, the Nicaraguans have the better of the exchange. Good recovery by Ghana. Yes, Tre keeps the ball in momentum, but brought down.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
It's also shown quite a lot of dexterity in the game. Kofi Tre. Espinoza gets ready for the free kick. It's a bit far out. Not too sure whether this will be a set play or they would fancy a shot from afar.
So far, so good. I think the Nicaraguans are giving us the opportunity to play the way we want to play, and I'm in love with the way we are playing in the second half. From the back to the middle, just that apart from the long ball that we gave to Naki, that he was flagged offside. We've not been able to get into their box again. Let's see what happens from the set pieces.
Transition has been good in the second half. Could get better. Free kick quickly effected. Drive from Isahaku's left. Gideon. Opportunity for Ghana to go through, but that was well read. Pass was from Osman Bukari.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Ghana still maintain their composure and then they give the ball away. Quite a regular stroll in the park for the Nicaraguans. They come through the middle and Inaki has to come all the way back to help regain possession in midfield. The Nicaraguans would love to go forward.
This
Still keeping a grip on the momentum. Obviously the Nicaraguans giving the Stars a little bit of a tough time and showing clearly what they're also made of. Ghana will come through the middle this time around.
This
Again, those two at the back have been, they have really stood tall. Mohamed Salisu and Daniel Amate. Good skill and good lays the pass on through. There's a strong run there. Cross came in a bit late. The Ghanaians will appeal for the corner. No, says the referee. Douglas Espinoza.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
So again, Ghana putting a lot more pressure on the defense of Nicaragua, especially in this second half. Ishahaku has been doing a lot of that from the right-hand side of play. Kudus on the left. Good ball control by the Ghanaians as they come forward now. Baba Idrisu love to get into the thick of affairs. Yes, Tre lays on the pass through the middle. Now this looks good for Ghana as they come forward. Kudus lays on the pass. Inaki has an opportunity. Oh!
It's an offside.
Build-up was good for Ghana. And that move could have been crowned with a solid goal. Quick run there from the middle. Inaki got a foot to it. Kudus' positioning was not good for him eventually.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Coach, you spoke about the creation of opportunity, the creation of the chances, moving into the open spaces, as it were.
And I think that is what is giving us hope. We are getting into
There we
their
go.
box.
Once again, a shot on target.
And I think that
Espinosa.
now we are coming in.
Okay.
We've been able to push them, commit them, and now they are out of their shells. You see the kind of passes that we were passing around the arc of the box. We've been able to get them out of their shell, and then we are creating the chances. And I'm sure with more opportunities, we should be able to go up again.
This is a demonstration of
Shahaku has
Wirecast.
been probing. A latter shot came from him on his left foot, obviously. Injury worries for Nicaragua at this stage. It's a strong challenge there from Gideon. Tough customer he is, Gideon Mensah.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Free kick to Nicaragua. Behind the ball is Manuel Peralta. With the display shown by the Black Stars, obviously a marked improvement from what we saw in the game against Brazil. Obviously, Coach Otoado did admit that he made some mistakes and trying to correct those mistakes as we go through. Nicaragua obviously have not given us the opposition Brazil gave, but good back pass by Tre. It comes to the near side. Baba twisting and turning. Too many blue shirts over to the far side. Ishahaku. Kudus tries to pick it up, but it's a strong challenge and it's a goal kick eventually. Not too sure whether the tactics are working for this man, but so far so good.
Of Wirecast.
At least the ability to run at their opponents, the ability to create the chances around them has been an improvement from the last match against Brazil. Before is called into action and calmly gets himself out of danger zone.
This is a demonstration of
Give
Wirecast.
advantage to Ghana. Lots of Ghanaians in the stands, though. We've seen lots of Ghana flags as well. Black Stars enjoying some incredible support. In lockup, Salisu, it's a long telling ball to Red Shirts. Go after that. Kept him playing nicely, but booted out for a corner kick. And again, careful build up. Inaki is moving into the spaces now.
This is a
And
demonstration
it looks good.
of Wirecast.
Well, he's been running very well with Osman Bukari. And I'm sure that Osman has moved into as an auxiliary, as I spoke about earlier on. Because I felt that Black Stars is now playing the 3-back with Gideon Mensah as a wing back, and I think that has been helping. So you have more players in their box anytime that you search for it.
Corner kick whipped in. Daniel Lamati has come out to join the build-up. Now from the left comes Gideon Mensah.
This is a demonstration of
Tre is there
Wirecast.
to help. Kudus takes over. Gets a decent crossing. Oh! Header was not the best from Mohamed Salisu again. And he's one of the few players, I'm not too sure whether it's a technical decision by the coaches, but he's almost up in space when we have an opportunity to go forward.
Yes, as a centre back, there's no pressure on us over there. So he would love to search for it anytime you try to go forward for a goal. And I think that he's been doing it very
Demonstration of
brilliant.
Wirecast.
Ghana in midfield, holding on to their own so far. Seidu finds Amate, who finds Salisu. Tre on the near side. Ghana will go through the middle. Pass thread through there by Amate.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
And again, looking to increase the pressure being put on Nicaragua. Here comes Gideon Mensah from the left. And he picks the ball, brings it back, which he usually does. Trying to create a space from the middle. Straight all the way back. Salisu. I'm sure for the fans who are gathered in their locker at the stadium, another goal will probably set the tone for more
of Wirecast.
process and experience. Failing in the process on that occasion, Osman.
Your limbs will be definitely tired. You should have released the ball for the other player to be able to shoot, because look at the way he took on the players. And I think that he didn't even find his feet. There are a lot of options, but he decided to go solo and he shot off target. And
he's not the only one who's found wanting in that regard. We saw Kudus also holding on to the ball earlier on.
Well, 69 minutes to the 70th minute, I expect Otado to make some changes. I expect him to bring some fresh names into the game if he's really building the team. I mean, I'm sure he's not just giving these players the opportunity just he want them to play. I believe he has got a good arsenal on the bench, and I think that he should make some changes for us to see some of them.
Changes. We've seen a lot of the players doing a lot of the warm-up. Hopefully we'll have some fresh names in there. Now Ghana takes the opportunity, but unfortunately, Kudus could not get that firm grip of the ball. Still with Ghana though.
Demonstration of Wirecast.
Pedaling there was Shahaku. Trent finds Gideon. Can we see him taking a cross? He does, but it's blocked. Then sets up the pass into the 18-yard box. Oh, that's good footwork. Ishahaku almost always looking for an opportunity to put the ball on that left foot of his.
And seriously, apart from the goal that he scored, he's been out of the game. He's been shadowed. He's been moving without any direction, and I think that Ishahaku has to leave. That is why I'm calling for substitution for the Ghana bench. I mean, the last 20 minutes, you see some changes in the team.
70 minutes gone. Ghana still lead by that solitary one goal scored earlier on in the first half by Ishahaku. Decent ball to the left. Gideon finds Tre. Tre finds Gideon. The build-up looks good. Cross was a bit too close to Espinoza. But again, we've seen some pinpoint running from Inaki Williams.
Of course, something we've seen for long, and I think that he's put a lot of pressure on the defense of the Nicaraguans who are sitting back. But after they conceded a goal, they've opened up and they also want to go out for an equalizer. But I think that is where we should take advantage of and use the spaces more.
Over the line it goes. Advantage will go to Ghana. 71 minutes gone, and Ghana will be looking to at least
a demonstration of Wirecast.
A goal to solidify their game so far. Meanwhile, substitution opportunities for the Nicaraguans. But again, let's take this opportunity to take a look at a few of the players and the kind of thrust they've had in the game. A player like Kudus Mohammed.
Of course, we all know Kudus Mohammed. Anytime he plays, he has given us his best anytime. Ever since he started playing, wearing the shirt of the Black Stars, he's been scoring some wonderful goals for the Black Stars. And I think that he's done very well. Even in this game, he's been one of our brightest spots in the game, the way he takes the opponents on. But my problem with him is that he doesn't release ball quick. And for me, if he does release the ball early, it will help the other players.
Does his presence give us options in terms of striking abilities?
Oh, of course. I mean, if we can use him as a false nine, we can use him as an auxiliary. He can also be part of the central midfielders. Of course, we can. And I think that Otado have seen much of Kudus. I expect if Jordan is on the bench, I expect him to bring Jordan on. And also, let's see what Jordan can also bring on board if he's being partnered Inaki Williams. And of course, if Kamal Abdin is still fit, he can also come in for Osman Bukari that we've seen so far.
Gideon Mensah. Kofi Tre, good enough for Ghana. A bit too much of the passing though. Ghana still has contention. And he takes off. Ishaku gets the ball through the middle. Kudus fighting for it, but eventually it's cleared out by the Nicaraguans. Ghana will still stay on top of their game now as they come forward slowly through the middle. Baba Idrisu lays on a pass. Amati gives it back to him. Tre waits. We've got players in open spaces now, and the Nicaraguans are amassing in defense. Through pass there for Gideon, but it was a sandwich nicely. Throwing advantage Ghana. 73 minutes, almost 74. Ghana has not made a change. Tre bundled off the ball. Good recovery from Salisu.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
One of the few things the Black Stars would want to ensure is that the defense looks very, very solid and stable. Salisu, Mohammed, and Amate.
I think that a player like Joseph Fudu should be given opportunity to be in this game because his team, Celta Vigo, he's been wonderful this season.
Yep.
And I think that he needs to come on. 74, 15 minutes to go. And yes, still he has not kicked a ball. The game against Brazil, he couldn't feature. And I think that the Ambrusos and the like should be able to give him opportunities for us to see them because this is the game that we are using to build up towards our game against Switzerland, probably the last friendly before we play our first game in the World Cup. But if us at now we play in a country like Nicaragua and we cannot make changes in the team, I think that it is very strange to me.
Ghana coming forward now, opportunities for Ghana through the middle. That's good enough, and this should be it. No.
Of Wirecast.
Espinoza went down. Kudus could not find a way around him.
You saw the pass from Inaki Williams.
Yeah.
That is what I'm also expecting from Kudus. Anytime he gets the ball and he sees the players running, and I think that Inaki Williams could have gone solo. I mean, with the pace that he took the ball, watch the way he went around. You can easily, but look at the spaces that he saw Kudus and he gave the pass. I had expected Kudus to just lob the ball over the goalkeeper who has already gone to his knees. I mean, so I think that Kudus, in this case, the decision was very poor.
Of Wirecast.
And that was why he missed.
Goalkeeper seemed to have gone down heavily and taking a knock on a bump on the knee. There you go. The ice pack is out, working on the knee. And the replay showed clearly he went down quite heavily on those knees.
Of course, so that was why I was expecting Kudus should have come down and then lobbed the ball over him. And I think that would have been very good.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast. 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 This is a demonstration of Wirecast.